How's it going, everybody? I'm gonna do the last stage of Grimforest on Legendary with just 4 stars. So this is nothing new, people making videos like this, but I like to do my own. I figure each person brings their own perspective, so here we are nonetheless. This is just a single playthrough so far, not trying to get any high scores or anything like that right now. I'm still got to go back through in these last couple days and try to wrap that up. So the final stage here, we're going to have 2 reds and a purple. I don't really have any strong yellows that I like that much. Right now, I just got Gretel from the summons, so I'll level her up eventually, but I think I'm going to go with this for right now. So we'll have Kirill's attack up, defense up. I like having 2 healers when I'm running just 4-star characters against the legendary, especially the later stages of the legendary tournament or challenge events. And then Proteus is just a very helpful piece. Some of the other stages I was swapping around who these were depending on what color the bosses were. So I was also using, in place of Kirill and Grim, Kingston, who's not quite fully leveled. I think he's on the 4th Ascension, about levels 69 or 70. What's his name? Little John, who's at, I don't know, level 45 on the 4th Ascension. But the mono control heroes, I feel like, are absolutely the best for these kinds of events. So basic items, shouldn't have a problem. I came pretty close on the last stage to not making it and just threw some axes and got it done. So let's see how we do here. So for these first stages, I'm not really taking my time, just trying to get through them as quick as possible. I like to try to get a heal up as soon as I can, since they have a pretty strong slash attack. So since there's just the 2 mob waves and then the bosses, on the second wave, I like to try to set up a strong diamond. So in this case, blue is going to be best, and then usually push through. So that way, right as I come into the final level, I can do as much damage as possible right away before giving them the chance to destroy me. These are the bosses are definitely very strong, so you really don't want to mess around and give them too much time to do anything, because they will mess you up. And what do they have, like 4,000 health or 6,000 or something like that, so the odds are in their favor unless you can come out and make a strong attack. So Grim's a little bit weak. This is why I like to have 2 healers. The times where I was using greens when the final bosses were blues, or at least, had 1 or 2 blues, it was getting a little dicey in between heals just because of how hard they were hitting. So I think if you're going to try to run with 4 stars, go with 2 healers. They can be some of the lower percentage healers like Bold Tusk or Kirill in this case, who are healing, but it's their secondary effect that is just as useful. So that works just fine. Whereas Regard has a 42% heal. Kirill is a 28%. So there's a big discrepancy there, but you get the attack boost and defense boost of Kirill, so that it's a good trade-off, and they actually work really well together for that reason. And even these guys are tough to take out. 2,300 health, that's crazy. Alright. I thought that would be enough to do it, but I guess blue on blue is not too strong. Obviously, if you're trying to place well, you don't want to be messing around. I think this is where you would just use items. Wow. All right, this better do it. Maybe not. Okay, thanks for that critical hit there. Okay, so Hero's not ready, unfortunately. But what I try to do here, which is probably what most people try to do, is to take out two of them, leaving one on the side. That way you can ghost tiles and work with the board a little bit to try to get something that will be strong for the final round. So you also want to make sure you don't do too much work on what's going to be your final board when you have, this much health left on one of them. So if I take this guy out on the left out, I still want to weaken the one on the right a fair bit. So I'm going to chip away at him while I finish this guy off. Sometimes you'll get the perfect board set up and then you've still got, 1,000. Okay, cool. So we got a blue diamond and we lost a blue diamond. Sometimes these combos are not working in your favor. So let's refresh this. Purple is really not a strong color for the final round. Boss Wolf is purple. And I find that he's only really difficult to deal with when the other two are still alive. So it's going to be my goal to take out the two reds. Oops. The two reds as quickly as possible. Okay, so I'm just trying to clear some of this junk out of here to try to make something out of this board. Red diamond's not going to help. Let's get rid of that. Wow, he's really got an issue with Wukong over there. Sometimes this just takes a little time to get what you want out of it. And that's just the luck of the boards. So I'm not the best at recognizing, the next three moves so that you can get a diamond out of something, but that's what I'm working on right now. And like I said, sometimes this can just be a little bit slow. So I wasn't able to do much with the blues that were there, so we're going to start this over and hope some more come in. There we go. Damn it. Oh, man. It's part of the fun, right? Okay. So, any diamond is helpful just because it stirs the board up, so to speak. In this case, a yellow diamond, I want to try to do better than that because it's not going to do that much damage, and I really need to make as big a dent as I can as quickly as possible. So obviously having Proteus to start is super helpful because you can go crazy and not have to worry about the repercussions of getting them all charged up. Wow, we are not getting what we need here. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, but and you can make two in a lot of the rounds, but the final stage can be tricky, being that it is... Okay, so we got a purple diamond here. If I do this... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. So, triple diamond, not bad. Alright, and then we want to try to take this guy out as quickly as possible without screwing up everything we've worked for here. And it would not be the first time. So this lasts for only 3 turns. So he's still got 500. So obviously the simple way of doing this is just to throw some axes and arrows. I don't really want to do that, just because I may end up needing them. Sometimes if you get a bad board at the end, it becomes important to have those axes and arrows so you can weaken them and increase your survivability. So we're just going to go about it the slow way here. A very slow way, apparently. Let's get that attack up. And hopefully we can get it back. So the only problem here... I'm going to take a little risk here. Okay. The only problem here is that there's not a lot of blues on the board right now. So hopefully we can just trigger a massive combo between these 3 diamonds on the next round, and that'll be enough to, wow, 4. Okay. So I'm just going to get this attack up to make this count if we do end up getting a good hit. Their defense down. So this is where team synergy is really important. In this case, it can be hard to get all the pieces you want in just, just having 5 slots on a team. So sometimes I have a hard time trying to choose between, do I want to bring Proteus or is it more helpful to have something else? But in this case, the defense down, attack up with Wukong and Proteus is a pretty good combination, and having 2 healers in there. The only problem is it's all tile damage, so as you saw before, it can be pretty slow moving through those stages. Okay, so we're going to go for Proteus, go for Wukong. I'm going to make one move to see if I can get a last-ditch attempt to get a few more things on here. And we're going to go with the purple diamond first and see if that sets anything off. Okay, so this is not great. I don't want to use the blue until we can make it count more. And wow, that was a big combo, but not very high damage combo. Okay, so the one tricky thing now is I have Proteus. Okay, so they have 6,500 health. I have Proteus, but he's got minus 32% accuracy for the next 2 turns. So I think we're just going to have to risk it. They still have their defense down. And we'll just try to trigger another huge combo. So yeah, let's see how we do. I feel like Wukong has been missing a lot lately. Even watching other people's videos, it just looks particularly bad sometimes. He's very frustrating. Alright, let's see if we can get another hit. And 3 red diamonds on the board. That's crazy. Alright, let's see if we can get a decent combo here. Nice. You can see all the misses on the screen. Okay, so Red Hood is not too dangerous. Okay, cool. And our chance to miss is gone, so we've kind of reset here. So let's get both these locked down. Get Wukong going again. And try to get some combos here. Not great. But as you can see, minimal item usage, and we're in pretty good shape here. It's helpful to have Proteus in at least a stack of 2. So average speed takes 10 tiles, which is not insignificant. So being that Regard is my other healer, obviously I'm trying to charge him up as well. So the fact that purple works for both of them, it puts me in good shape to keep Proteus up and ready most of the time. All right, nice. We got them both again, I think. And no big combos here, but we'll see what we can get. All right, this should kill Redhead if we don't miss every hit. Okay, pretty close. Proteus again. Once I got him, which it took a little while, I kind of knew that I wouldn't have any trouble with these events anymore. And I actually just leveled up a second one because he's so useful. All right, so took a while, but no issues. Didn't even use any axes or arrows. Not a bad score as far as I know. And this is what we're in it for, is the tier completion rewards. It's great. And yeah, the emblems are huge too. So that's one way to do it. And for fun, let's do a summon here at the end, just so we can end with a little disappointment. I did a fair number of pulls and, wasn't even expecting any 5 stars at all. Did manage to get her, obviously, more than I wanted. And Hansel and Gretel. Hansel's one that I really wanted. He's one of the best 5 stars, I think. All right, well, let's see what we get here. Priska, very nice. All right, so hopefully that was helpful to some of you out there. I think it also might help to see, if you are going to do summons, even a small amount, what places are helpful to do them in. Like, I think Proteus is a game changer, Wilbur is a game changer. Atlantis also has just so many good heroes in it that you're drawing from a large pool, so the chances of getting something good feel pretty strong. And they also have the rotating heroes of the month that return. So I recommend trying to get those two if you can. And good luck to you guys out there. And I'll see you next time.